everybody, welcome back to another video. It is what's for dinner. I've got a few dinners for you guys. This week was super yummy. Tried a new recipe and it was amazing. I'll explain that later. And we had a couple dishes that we hadn't had in a long time. So this was a good week. So I was excited to share this with you guys. So for the first meal, we have got Luke is going to grill us some hamburgers and some hot dogs. So I just went ahead and patted them out. I always do 5, 1 for me and 4 for Luke, which is not all in one. He sometimes eats 2 for dinner, and then we have 2 for leftovers, so he can take to work as well. But all I did was season these up. I really have been enjoying that Memphis Private Selection seasoning. It's been really good. It has a really good flavor. So I've been using that on a lot of stuff. So I used it on the burgers. And then for the sides, we have got fried the frozen baked okra. I had forgot. I don't know why, I just forgot about okra being a side dish. So as you see, I tried to cook them in the air fryer, hoping that I could get by with that. But as you see, the color did not look appetizing at all. So I heated up a little oil and then fried them just for a couple minutes. They were already, heated through because of the fryer, but they needed to me, I just didn't want to eat that. I popped them in the oil a little bit just to get them a nice crunchy skin and then some color on those. And then we had some mac and cheese with that. Here's my plate. We served the burgers on some sweet potato hamburger buns, and y'all, those were so good. I really enjoyed them. Luke wasn't a huge fan, but I would definitely eat them again. And then as you see, that okra has some much better coloring, but this was at dinner for this night. So for this next meal, I took the time to try a new recipe, make it up. Y'all know I always make up dishes while I'm cooking. So I just took the ingredients, like random ingredients that I had in the house, and made like a soup with it. And it was good. Honestly, it was really good. The only thing I think I would change next time is I would use like a shredded chicken instead of because here I snuck in that ground chicken, and then I had like a pound or a half a pound of hamburger meat. So the ground chicken did do better. He did not notice it at all, and I never said nothing about it. But my luck, he'll watch this video and he'll be like, hey, why'd you sneak in that? But anyways, I snuck in that. He did not notice. So the ground chicken did a lot better than the ground turkey. So I can definitely use that again when it's like, soup, if I can hide it in a certain way. I wouldn't be able to do that for burgers because, everybody knows the difference in a beef burger and a chicken burger. But anyway, so I'm just going to brown that chicken and the half a pound of the regular hamburger ground beef. And then I'm going to chop up an onion. I'm using my handy dandy chopper there. Y'all know I've shown this a million times. I absolutely love this thing. I don't know where this one came from because my granny got it for me years ago. But you can just Google, like the hand choppers on Amazon, and it will come right up. So I'm just going to chop up the onion, get it nice and fine. Luke likes big pieces of onion. I do not. So if it's like a soup like this, or if I either do them small enough where I can't taste them, or I do them big enough where I can take them out. So that's how I do the whole onion thing for me. So I'm just going to put that in there with that and let it get translucent. Get those in there, and then I've just chopped up some carrots and a couple potatoes, and I'm going to plop those in. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and add your liquid after this and just cook it longer. But for me, I've noticed just over the years tips for myself is I stir it up and then I put the lid on for a little bit, and it steams the veggies. So you're gonna get, you're gonna cook your veggies really fast, a lot faster. They're not going to be completely done, but it helps in the cooking process to know that your veggies are going to be done by a certain time. So that's my tip. If you have any kind of veggies, you can also do this with like veggie soup or do like a stew or something. So I'm just going to keep the lid on it till it gets nice. Like you can, of course, test it, but remember, it does not have to be completely cooked because your soup is going to finish cooking as it, cooks. So it's been steaming for a while. Y'all can see, first thing, the potatoes have, changed in color. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in, I have a can of the fire roasted diced tomatoes. I have been loving the fire roasted one. If y'all have never tried it, try it instead of regular diced tomatoes because it has so much more flavor. So much more flavor. It's so good. And then I've got 4 cups of water there with chicken bouillon cube, and I also added a tomato. I showed it a couple weeks ago in my haul, and y'all said that the tomato one is really good, and y'all were right. It was perfect for this soup. So I just add that in there. The water looks gross because of the cubes, but but it's all going to dissolve once it's heated through. Then I'm going to add in 2 more cups of water, so that is 6 cups of water total. Give it a stir, put the lid on it, you're going to let it cook, and y'all, I'm telling you, this was like so random, but it was so good. I will definitely make this again. Look, y'all see me smelling it. It smelled so good. So I had got 2 French baguettes on markdown at Walmart. Nothing was wrong with them. They were just broke. So I looked up and found those for like 59 cents a piece, I think. So I just heated both of those up once it was closer to time. So we served it with we had it alongside with the soup to soak up that the broth, and y'all, it was so good. So these were the cubes that I used just to show you. And 1 cube is for 2 cups of water, so just so y'all know. I did end up adding 2 tablespoons of garlic. That's something that that's optional on how much, or you don't have to have it, just depending on if you like garlic or not. We love garlic, so I'm all about adding some garlic. There's my French loaves. I did end up getting the other one out because Winston likes bread as well. But here's the little dessert. I normally don't show desserts, but we had dessert after the soup. This is what it looks like. I did add in the heavy cream that I'm going to show you in just a second. So I didn't add that much. I just added enough to where it can kind of get to that color. So I just used, what looked good. And then I also added in one of my favorite packets of the Velveeta cheese sauce. It's so good. And it wasn't like, you couldn't taste that strong. Like, it wasn't strong cheesy. It was just creamy and delicious and yummy. And I want it again. For this next meal, we made a big old pot of pinto beans. Y'all know, okay, y'all remember me talking about chicken and dumplings that I can't make. This was also one of the meals that I could not make for Luke. He loves pinto beans, and it took me a while to be able to get this recipe down. So I'm just going to soak my beans through the night. That's the night before. I soak them, and then you're going to rinse them, and then I'm going to pop them in the slow cooker. Of course, you can do it in Instant Pot or on the stovetop. I just like cooking them all day long. It gives it really good flavor, and it's something that you don't have to stand there and worry about. So I'm going to add in some onion. This is the time that I add bigger pieces of onion so that I can pick them out. Luke has them, Luke can eat them, but I pick them out for me. So I'm going to put some onion in. I'm going to put some garlic in. I'm going to put in some seasonings, and then I'm going to put in, we use Joel bacon. You can use, ham, whatever kind of pork with fat that you want. So we normally go with the Joel bacon. It works best for us, and we like the flavor of it once it cooks. So y'all are just going to see me add everything in there. For this recipe, I did change it up. I added Cajun seasoning. I normally don't do that. I'm thinking that I seen that on Kat's channel. Kat, you let me know in the comments. I feel like she put some in hers, but I may just be dreaming. But I put some in mine, and they have really good flavor. I did add a little too much. They had some heat to it, and it kind of hurt my tummy. But flavor-wise, they were so good with that. So we're just going to get everything in here. We're going to put some water in there, and then we're just going to pop it on and let it cook low and slow all day long. To go along with the pinto beans, I'm just going to make some flapjacks. I asked in the grocery haul if you all liked flapjacks or if you liked regular cornbread. It was kind of like half and half. A lot of people like just the good old regular, cast iron skillet cornbread. But I really enjoy, which they call them here, they call them corn cakes, but we call them flapjacks. So I'm just going to follow the directions on that. It does call for milk. Instead of milk, I added some more buttermilk, which made them really good. So we're just going to fry them up in a little bit of oil on the stovetop. And I decided to make some little roast beef and Swiss roll-ups with this. It was really good. Luke really enjoyed them. I normally don't serve anything with the pinto beans, but I don't know. I knew Winston wouldn't eat the pinto beans, so I thought, well, maybe he'll eat a roll-up, and no, he wouldn't eat that either. But y'all know how kids eat. So I'm going to go ahead and whip those up, and then y'all will see me do the roll-ups, and we will be ready for dinner. for the last meal on this video, y'all, this is so good. This was the new recipe. I got this recipe from Tiffany over at Large Family Love, so I will have this video that she made, or the video for this recipe that she made, in the description box below. Make sure that y'all go over and check her out and check out this recipe. It was thebomb.com. We will definitely be making this again. We all loved it. You know, of course, Winston didn't eat it, but me and Luke both loved this. I ate and ate and ate. Like, I couldn't stop. I had it for lunch the next day, but I made pork carnita nachos, and y'all, it was so good. But I hope you all enjoyed this video this week. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Please comment down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.